What is going on, YouTube? It's your boy Prince back at it with another video for y'all guys. All right, so I just want to keep this video simple and short for you guys. So basically, guys, I just want to go over how I got my credit score from a 580 to now I'm sitting at over 730, right? And it is really simple, guys. It's really simple, right? You just have to be responsible with your whatever you're doing, your credit card, all your payments. You really have to be responsible with your payments, right? With your loans, whatever it is, car note, whatever you have that you know is going to hit your credit. You have to be really responsible with that, right? The way I started, guys, I started my credit journey about 3 years ago. I started with my first credit card, right? Was a Capital One. This is my first credit card. You can see the edges. It's all old now. The reason why I still have this credit card is because it's my oldest credit card, and I'm trying to expand the age of my credit, right? Because I have so many new credit cards, so now the average age of my credit I think is like 1 year or 1.5 years, something like that, because I have so many credit cards, right? So I started with this credit card, guys, about 3 years ago. Capital One actually gave me this credit card. I was super happy, man, because I didn't have any credit history. So when they approved me for this credit card, they approved me for $300 on this credit card, right? And man, I was ecstatic, man. I was super happy, not because I needed the $300, right? Of course, it was $300 more so I could spend. But the mindset you don't have that mindset. You don't want to have that mindset saying, oh, I have extra money, I can do more, right? If you do not have the money to pay off a $300 limit credit card, do not go and blow a $300 limit credit card, right? Because it's just going to ruin your credit more. And that's how I see a lot of people get like that. Like they'll get approved for a decent amount of limit on a credit card, and then they go and they ruin it, and it just ruin their credit even more, right? As long as you use these things responsibly, guys, you will grow your credit, right? You will grow your credit. So what I did, I just started making small purchases on my credit card, and eventually, I went from 300 to 400. Now I think the limit on this is maybe 650, but I know I had it for 3 years. It's about 650 right now, but I do not use this credit card, right? So this is my first credit card, right? So my second credit card, guys, was actually, so after I got that, I want to start growing my credit, the limit of my credit, So I went out and I got me a second credit card. Granted, guys, I'm trying to work my way up right into the bigger tier credit cards. So I really had to start off from something, small, mediocre. So I got the Mission Lane credit card. This credit card is trash. I'm just letting y'all know now. Do not go out and get this card. There's no perks to it. The limit on this card I think is 600 right now. They started me off with 400. This card have a annual fee, which I don't know why I know why I still have it open is because it's one of my older credit cards, so I tend to keep it open for now. But it has an annual fee of $25, right? With no perks at all. There's literally nothing that you get with this card, right? But I mean, it's $600 credit. You can use it, whatever. My third card, guys, that I got, which I was actually super happy for, is this Avent credit card, right? This card, they gave me $1,000, man. Come on, man. When they gave me $1,000, guys, I was super happy, man. Because I'm like, man, I got $1,000 credit limit, right? So this card actually is no annual fee to it, and it's really they'll give you a moderate limit, right? Now I think, even though I do not use this card, I've had this card for over probably two and a half, almost 3 years with these ones. And I think they up my limit to, I think, $3,000 now or something like that, even though I do not use the card, right? I just went in there and requested credit limit, and they'll just up the limit, even though I do not use it. So, this is an all right beginner's card. There's no annual fee to it, so that's a perk. But that's really how I started, guys. So if you want to start your credit, right, start building your credit with a credit card system, which you can build your credit with a loan, right? You can get you a personal loan, or whatever. You can even build your credit with a car loan, right? You just want to pay your payments on time, all the time, right? You do not want to be late, guys. You cannot be late on your payments. Your payment is actually one of the biggest category: late payment, delinquency, and what's the other one? Late payment, delinquency, and age of credit. I'm missing one. There's three main categories in your credit building, and I'll go over that with you know, with my I'm using my phone to record right now, so I really can't. I kind of wanted to show y'all how, you know, show y'all really how it's set up, but I'll do that in a different video. But yeah, really what you want, guys, if you cannot you know, acquire a credit card based on your credit score right now, what you want to do, you want to reach out to your bank or go to Capital One or something. Like a lot of these major bank, you know, major credit card companies, they will give you a secure credit card. A secure credit card is basically a credit card, but it's going to be limited to the amount of money that you put on that secure credit card, right? So if your credit limit is going to be $1,000, you have to put $1,000 on that card, right? So it's basically a credit limit is the amount that you put on the card, on a secure credit card. So what that is really a bank giving you a card, basically a chance. They're giving you a card. It's like, hey, we'll give you this card, but the limit on it is going to be the amount that you put on it, right? We want to see how you're going to spend and handle that money that we're going to, well, they're not going to give it to you. You're putting your own money on there, right? But they want to see how you manage money, right? So what you're going to do, you're going to pay that secure credit card, even though it's your money, technically, right? You're going to pay that secure credit card. You can use it just like a credit card, right? So you're going to pay that secure credit card just like you would a regular credit card. So if you make $100 payment, you want to pay that $100 or pay your minimum payment due by the due date every time, right? On time, every time. Remember that, on time, every time, right? So you really want to make sure that you are paying your minimum payment at least on time, every time. That way, the banks can see that you're responsible. Even though it's your money, you're being very responsible with that money, right? You're being very responsible with it. So what that will do now, a lot of banks, they will transition that card that you have from a secure credit card to a credit card. You know what I'm saying? And then you have your money, and then you have the bank's money, and you're just going to use your credit card responsibly, man. Like, do not go out and go crazy. Just if you have $1,000, do not go out and max that $1,000 out, because at the end of the day, you're going to have to pay that back. And if you cannot pay it back, it's just going to hit your credit, right? So it's really simple. There's really no magic trick to building credit, man. It's to literally make your payments on time, all the time, every time, right? I'm getting tongue-tied over here, right? So that's really what it is, guys. You know, start small, man. You're really going to start small. If you don't have the credit, you know, like I went from having a $300 credit card for my first card to now I'm getting $15,000, $20,000 credit cards, right? So it's really where you start from, right? And as I said, my credit score is it's at 730 right now, and that's with all the credit cards that I have, right? If you haven't seen my last video, it's all the credit cards that I have, right? And you know, as each credit card hits your credit for, you know, anywhere from 2 to 4 points or more, you know, which is probably not more, but you know, yeah, if you add all that up, yeah, my credit score will be sitting way higher. But you know, there are hard inquiries, and inquiries fall off your credit after a while. They do not bring a lot of weight to your credit, you know, report. So that's really a lot of people do not look at it. Some credit cards might look at it because they're like, hey man, why are you trying to get so many credit cards in such short period of time? And that's kind of where I fall, right? Because I acquire all these cards within the past year or so. Well, less than a year, probably this year. I started acquiring these cards this year, right? So you know, a lot of banks, like I was trying to get a Chase Sapphire Preferred, and you know, they let me know like, hey man, you got too many credit cards in a short period of time, so now I have to wait, which, you know, that's fine. I still have premium credit cards that I really do not need. The Chase Sapphire Preferred is just, I prefer to have it. Look at that. Yeah, but that's really it, guys. That's really it for the video, man. If y'all have any questions, comments, or concerns, man, shoot me a DM or drop it in the comment and I'll reply to it. You know, other than that, man, I appreciate y'all. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Holla back at your boy. Peace.